Twist, the first casualty. Elige is going to get the fight as well, not before he falls to the hands of Zeus.
Bit of a one-way there, allowing Zeus to get that kill onto Elige, but they need to re-aggress towards long. This isn't a part of the map that they can lose. You can see Naf right now with a partner in crime, pushing on down to take control. Now they have the information, but B-bomb site has been left completely open, and there is a player towards the blue bin. Do they even suspect this? Naf must know this is a position, but he just seems completely unaware as Zeus is going to hit an absolute banger.
That was a banger, Chad. 2 bulleters. Never want to be on the receiving end of it, but Nitro's got something to say about it. And for all the scoping power that Stewie 2K had there, it simply was not enough. And now Nitro on his lonesome is just going to try to save what he can. And there's an op there for him to do so. Now, Counter-Strike in 2019, would not be surprised to see that op thrown over the wall, left on the ground in exchange for the Krieg. Chad, thoughts?
Let's not perpetuate that. I like this change.
I'm just saying it's a chance, okay?
Well, there's definitely a chance, but right now there's obviously a lot of talk about these scoped weapons in CSGO. People aren't liking it, and I think the price point definitely has to change.
That's for a different time, but I was just saying.
I got a lull right now. You know, there's a little lull in gameplay.
There was a great man that once said, typing LOL, capital L-U-L, is the equivalent of dabbing online.
Rufflecopter.
Do you agree with that man, Chad?
Nope.
Well, that man goes by the name of Carmack.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, well, I happen to agree with him in that sentiment. And well, it would appear as though Liquid and Na'Vi, having rounded out the score lines here.
Money broken.
Money broken. Everything's shot. And, well, Liquid only going to have that op saved by Nitro in the last round. Actually, some weaponry coming out. 2 Deagles so far and a Scout, a Twist, and a CZ.
Both these teams are really keen to force behind any saved weapons because they know that individuals are able to make miracles happen. So, buying what they can. Nitro with the AWP has to be the spearhead, but he's not playing a forward position. He's just sitting at the car towards A right now. It's actually Twist and Elige who are close up catwalk. And a lot of pressure on Stewie 2K, who's at the backup platform with a Scout right now. He's on an island, so if they were to attack that site, he's going to be left alone.
Now, this could prove to be a pretty good idea by Liquid. They know they've been getting abused on this catwalk area, and when they're grouping up, you can see that they have a player playing more anti-flash, and they're ready to take that fight. Last time they took it, though, didn't necessarily pan out for them. In fact, it went the complete wrong way.
Yeah.
So maybe there is a story of redemption to be held here. Sort of like Simple holding this angle, just waiting for Liquid to give him that opportunity. All intents and purposes, doesn't happen. Zeus is there to save the day, though. Simple misses his first shot. And now, some sort of weird something has transpired, Chad.
In a bit of limbo right now because they know that there are more players towards catwalk. They're not in a rush to take the duel. Utility has been put in place to stifle the progression. 40 seconds left on the clock. They know that there's the saved AWP, but it hasn't moved so far. Nitro is still over towards the car position. As Na'Vi have to wait for the mid-round call of Zeus to come in. Electronic's going to go down over towards that B-bomb site. And I think this is going to force their hand towards A. And that's where the stack and rotation is.
Yep, that worked out beautifully. Nitro finding a really big frag there.
Oh, Nitro has to look at long here.
Yeah, someone's got to look at long. If not Nitro, I mean, he does have the AWP. It would make the most sense. And in fact, he is going to hold this angle.
They're saving. That's it. They've made the save call.
Yeah, there's just not enough time. You're exactly right, Chad.
They had the number advantage there. Electronic lurking into the B-bomb site on his own gets taken down. Then they're forced to go towards the A site.
And you know, for Team Liquid, they do have that one map cushion. So, I mean, I guess going into this one, they can have that sort of ease of mind, but it's not going to win them the game. However, putting more rounds on the board will. 5-4 your score right now for Team Liquid. Playoff contentions in mind, and they're going to take a timeout to mull it over.
Yeah, I think this is a... Oh, it is a technical timeout according to the lower third there. I'm going to sit and talk through their options because this is a very back and forth affair. 3 rounds on the trot for Liquid to start the game. 3 in response from Na'Vi. And now we're finding ourselves just back and forth. Teams happy to force buy. Teams happy to buy around save weaponry.
In there, the most recent addition alongside of Stewie 2K, we talked about, former Liquid player, returning now in the coaching role. Just something else to add on top of the dinner table. Liquid looking strong and one of the favorites to prevail in this stage. now it would appear as though Na'Vi, with this sort of buy that we have in front of us...
Could be the B explosion again behind the Molotov.
Could be the B explosion, very much so, Chad. Simple with this AWP. Going to try to get the pick. He has spotted the player there in Stewie2K, and he does, in fact, find the frag. That is the opening that Na'Vi needed to get in this B-bomb site. But the transition is already in play. It's going to be a leash. He does have the AUG. He does have the door, and potentially a decent angle. That smoke's going to prove that to not be the case. Asks for the flash. Does get it. Grabs two. But Simple's there to return fire. Take Elige out.
Massive impact there, but oh, Flamey had a chance to finish the round right there. Unable to connect. Naf will get in with the Famous, and now the plant has to go down on the B bomb site. The retake is possible, but Simple still lives. They're going to smoke off tunnels. But Simple is back a platform.
Man. You could tell they want to go for this. They just don't know how entrenched Na'Vi is. They want to try to go through this window area. Perhaps split the door. Simple. Going to have a great angle for that shot, but Nitro's going to have an even better one, taking down Simple. And what a marvelous showing, what a marvelous display there from Nitro. They're on the bomb already, and Zeus can do absolutely nothing. As the glycerin has prevailed here, the liquid will continue to flow.
Bit unlucky there for Zeus. I like the play who was going to jiggle around that smoke and hope that they expected him to be towards tunnels where it was smoked on off, but they are going to catch a glimpse of him. They will take him down. And now another round on the board as Liquid are attempting to stabilize here. They've had 2 on the trot, giving themselves a chance to slowly build an economy. The double AWPs will come out now for Liquid. In the hands this time for Stewie2K and Naf. I want to keep talking about this point. Liquid have 4 players on this roster who are more than happy to pick up the AWP. Naf, Stewie, Nitro does it as out of utility, and sometimes necessity, and Twists.
That's just another layer to the complexity of kind of understanding what this Liquid lineup has to offer, right? If all of these guys can pick up the AWP, and they're all known for taking duels, and they're all known for being sharpshooters, that's just one more aspect to be scared of, I suppose.
Just quickly, Trace, you mentioned complexity.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was hoping we'd get some sort of B stream up here. What do you got for us, Chad?
Complexity went on to win the first map, 22-19 over NRG, who are now 1 map away from getting knocked on out, and Naf 1 pixel away from getting that kill. Forced back into the site, he will find one. Flashed up now, has to flash of his own. The teammates are there to back him up as Elige over the shoulder, able to pivot and stop this attack before it even started. Zeus, last alive again, picks up a scout, will get a tag, but right now all he's playing for is stats because not a lot you can do.
Not a whole lot you can do. They did throw that Molotov to kind of, push that advance back, but at the end of the day, Na'Vi said, you know what, we're going to go with it. We're going to try to go through it. And that didn't prove to pay out. I don't think they anticipated to have an AUG on the other side, but maybe they did. 7-4, and I said the liquid keeps on flowing, as well as delivering. Timeout now, taken from the side of Na'Vi. Understand that things are starting to spiral a little bit, but they are, in fact, not going to have that much money and really anything to put together a good buy of anything decent, I suppose.
Na'Vi with the pause now. They definitely need to come up with a new style of attack. They did have some success when they did the pounce through the Molotov on the B bomb site, traded efficiently, forced Liquid to save. Their pistol round was quite fast on the mid to B. Zeus had success getting out long and finding some picks. But this is so spawn dependent on a lot of the strategies you can call, right? If your star players don't get long spawns, then you don't really feel as comfortable, especially a team that's so top heavy like Na'Vi.
Right. Well, what they've had to do here is Flamey's going to pick up a Deagle, Zeus with an ump. We got 1 Galil on the board and 2 AKs in Simple and Edward. Meanwhile, the double op setup of Liquid could prove to be ferocious, might I say. Well, taking that lower B control will be not as sincere. And actually all of mid control, which should give them the flexibility. We do know they have like to work their way up catwalk time and time again. Or they like to see if Simple can potentially get out middle and find an opening for them. But right now, what they've invested in this round should be pretty interesting. I mean, they do have 5 flashes and 5 smokes, Chad. What are they going to do with those?
It looks like they want to go for that cat execute again. Once they get control, throw the wall of smokes out onto the A-bomb site, try and isolate the AWP player. See if they can get an extra bit of free territory. There's some cool one-way smokes you can drop on that elevator box to allow yourself to fight over the top of it. But this time, they're postured more forward. Twister's holding along all on his own. Whereas Naf actually has Elige close on up to throw utility and aid, and you're going to see how that plays out. Takes the shot. Elige throws the nade. They both reposition now. And look at this. The Molotov's going to land, which will stop the attack. Even if they want to drop CT spawn, it's not going to be so easy as Zeus. He's going to make his way down. Now they've isolated the rotation.
He's done it, though, but those shots are going to ring out like the war drums, Chad. And now Liquid are going to have to play this to perfection. They're going to have these two players pinching from upper B tunnels, and it's only a matter of time before they shoot Stewie in the back. But instead, it's going to be Nitro that catches one in the back. And, well, after having exchanged kills, he did manage to kill Edward. Now, in this retake, Chad, it's kind of hard to forecast. I mean, Twist.
There's a dark play coming in here. That has to be the key. Through tunnels, these two players outside the doors just have to distract. Twist has to make this kill if they want a chance. He's not going to get it done as Electronic stands tall. Naf gets offered up Flamey, but when he gets dinked down to 2 HP, he's going to think better of going for this one. Simple wants the frags. He's out for blood. They've gone through window.
Goodness. They have committed to the project, and the spam is just not there. Elige does get the kill, but he knows it's too late. Time has ticked away, and that bomb's going to explode whether they like it or not. They can't save the AWP. And Na'Vi will pick up the round. And that, you're exactly right. That kill there in the tunnels, that was the kill. That had to happen.
I'm very surprised we haven't seen Team Liquid go for more aggressive plays, boosting the AWP up Cat, letting him go for a pick towards middle, maybe even going for a lower dark push, because the AWP hasn't really had an opportunity to be too much in play right now for Na'Vi because their economy has been so restricted. But instead, they're happy to give up map control and take the duels. If you're going to do that, if you're going to rely on your individuals and just keep playing cookie cutter, there's nothing wrong with that because Liquid have so much firepower. But if they keep getting bullied, if they keep getting beaten, as this hard long comes in, they're going to have to adjust.
And it seems as though Na'Vi want to keep them guessing, especially in this moment. The weaponry is what it is out here for Liquid. And Simple will win the first exchange of gunfire, and in a hail of gunfire indeed. Flamey also grabbing one there on the Twist. So the numbers have actually not gone in favor of Team Liquid. 3 members alive here, Elige, Naf, and Stewie. Stewie is all the way over there on the other side of the map, having not had any sort of firefight of his own go on just yet. It's going to be Na'Vi that backs out along. It looks like they might actually want to take it over there towards B, or perhaps peek down middle and see if they can catch someone rotating or out of position. But it looks like that B side is going to be heavily favored here, Chad.
Yeah, it makes sense because if Stewie just grabs one, even if he gets 2 and goes down, it's a 2v2 post plan on this B bomb site. It's quite easy to lock on out. Elige's close, but he doesn't have any utility to aid Stewie with. He's just going to have to get on the scene as quickly as he can. Zeus has actually opted to go down through the middle corridor, and we can see Electronic starting to deviate in that direction as well. B would have definitely been a wise port of call, but they've definitely bolstered that defense as Elige is drawn on over by that lurk smoke. It's all going to be on Naf on Catwalk here.
Even Flamey getting out here into the B site is not exactly the opening that Na'Vi's banking on. They're banking on this Catwalk take, and meanwhile, Flamey's going to go ahead and put some damage into the B site. 2 big frags, though, for Liquid. However, Elige is the only one alive. The man that seemingly has a plan here. He's going to go try to work his way through CT spawn, Molotov'd off, so he can't get necessarily as close as he would like. But that would have been the big shot to hit. That would have definitely kept him in contention of this round. And
they're going to hear it.
That Molotov, actually, yeah, you're right, Chad. That sound cue. He's going to spot Zeus. Whoa.
I guess they're not going to hear it. And the long-range whiff from Elige there. If he had made that kill onto Electronic, he could have isolated the duel on the site. That 1v1 was more than possible.
Yep. That's just not how it all went down, Mr. Burchill.
No, it's a very back-and-forth nature in both of these maps right now. Na'Vi keep finding solutions for the puzzle that is Liquid. Now I really expect something unique to come out from Liquid because their economy is in a very bad position. They either can take a save here and opt to go for a buy round on round number 15, the last round of the game. And that is what's going to happen, of the half, not the game.
Of the half.
We have 16 rounds to win. 15 rounds and a half.
Yes, the number check out. You're right.
I was never the best at maths.
Same. Not even the quick ones. But the quick ones are simple. And he's able to put Na'Vi into an early advantage here in this game as they just sort of speed through that round. Not a whole lot to show for Team Liquid. 4 alive on the side of Na'Vi, 7-7 the score. And having won the first map already, Team Liquid want to win this last round, understandably. They're going to buy up what they can. Does like a A little bit of utility here, and they do have the option of the kit, except for that's not going to be the purchase. Nitro being the last one to have swiped his card there at the old buy menu. No kits going into this round. And Electronic pushing at a fury pace.
Oh, this is quick.
Down mid. Very fast indeed. The flashes did go through, and in fact, they seem very effective, very successful. It's just not something that they felt comfortable capitalizing on, it seems.
Look how early they're able to get cat control, right? When you're able to do this versus a team, you can milk out the utility much quicker because now they have to use it knowing your presence is merely there. They've left the A-bomb site with only 2 defenders, Twist anchoring long, and Nap over towards that car position. Elige has to be worried about the mid to B because we've seen it be so effective thus far for Na'Vi. That means he's going to be over towards that site with Nitro and Stewie. But as we can see right now, the majority of the attack is over towards this catwalk position. Edward is defaulting outside long, making sure nobody can push for free information. Flamey watching Upper Dark doing the exact same job, just on the other side of the map.
And still where this bomb is, they can traverse. They can still do whatever it is that they want to do, and hedging their bets towards B is what Liquid is going to be doing. 3 players there.
Bomb is heading through T-spawn right now, so this is a great read. Or a great gamble.
It's a great read. One more over of a Novel's tail. Na'Vi trying to secure this last round of the half, and 4 members there in upper B halls.
Here we go. They're setting up a pounce. Smoke's going to come in. There's already been 1 lurk smoke thrown from Flamey. A second means there has to have been another player within the tunnels. Now Simple's going to try and go mid to B on his own. Oh, he just made a lot of noise.
Somehow, Stewie's still able to grab one there in that. It's just all over the place right there. You have to think about the push, and for what it's worth, Liquid do come out the victors in that round, Chad. 4 alive, and they made it look relatively easy for what was an up and down half.
Blistering hot end to that game, back and forth throughout. All in all, Liquid once more, winning the half 8-7. We want to see how their T side finishes this one off as we kick on over to the break. We'll see you all soon.
CSGO Major Championship reads correct. If you're just joining us, you picked the very, very best time to do so. Liquid trying to regain control here in a dominant fashion. Of course, they do have an 8-7 lead.